In my last video, I showed you how you can use the Clig gain rack extension to pan your tracks like this. I showed you how that type of panning is different than this. Go watch that video if you haven't seen it yet. It's really short and I'm about to iterate on it now. You see, what I neglected to mention in that video is that you can achieve the same type of panning by using this knob in conjunction with this knob. But let's go a bit deeper and try to explain this concept a little bit better than I did the first time. So let me explain to you why the SSL's implementation and Reason's emulation of the SSL is actually kind of perfect here. But stay tuned till the end because I'm also going to tell you why I don't use it all that much. Here we have a double-tracked guitar. We can pretend that we recorded 2 takes of the same guitarist, one after the other. This is take 1 here. And this is take 2 here. Our goal in recording this guitarist twice is to make it a stereo pair, to take one instrument and make it sound stereo, or to make it sound like 2 guitarists playing in unison. So you take those 2 takes and you pan them hard left and hard right in order to achieve that stereo sound, like this. Then you sum those tracks to a stereo pair like this, so that you have control over these 2 channels with this 1 channel. If later you decide these individual guitars that make up the whole don't sound in balance, that is to say, one is louder than the other, you can either balance them by using these faders like this, or since you have them as a pair, you can use this balance knob. So, in the case of stereo information, balance is the appropriate behavior. The other option you have, the one I showed you in the last video using the rack extension, is to collapse the stereo signal to mono in order to move it completely. This is achieved in our little live recording example by either panning these mono channels like this, or using this width knob on the stereo channel in conjunction with this pan knob. They are achieving the same effect. So this is the same as this. And this is the same as this. You could see this stereo pair as representing all the stereo loops you bring into your DAW. Now, the reason I tend not to use this width knob here is because these days I mostly get everything done between the rack and the sequencer. As much as I love the way Reason works, 3 different windows is just 1 window too many for me. So I tend towards using the Clig gain rack extension in the rack like this, and between this dial and these 2 dials, I can do everything I need. Also, I have a gain handy for when samples are too loud or too soft, so I don't tend to go to the mixer much. It makes it easier when you're sequencing to be able to jump back and forth between the rack and the sequencer just by double clicking, like this. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that clears things up for you in terms of mono versus stereo, pan versus balance. I hope it's clearer to you now. Special shout out to the Reason groups for kind of calling me out on my last video for not having enough information. You guys were cool, especially Steven Suave. Thank you very much for being so kind in your corrections. Yeah, like, subscribe, do all those things. Follow me on my Instagrams here and here. And I will see you next week. Yeah.